Well, this is not a surprise for us. Ito anticipated talaga natin. Ang sabi ko nga, at every stage or any stage of the proceeding, there is always the possibility of the petitioner questioning the proceeding of the Justice Committee or the House of Representatives. So for us in the Justice Committee, notwithstanding that petition, so long as wala namang temporary restraining order, we will proceed to our proceeding on April 14, 22, and 29 hanggat walang temporary restraining order.
Opo.
And we maintain the position na lahat ng ginawa ng House of Representatives are constitutional and we are following the letters of the rules, the Constitution, and even the decisions of the Supreme Court.
Opo.
Lahat ng nire-raise nila are already technicalities, no? At
Opo.
siguro, alalahanin natin, Doris, the importance of this impeachment process. Mas bigyan natin ng prioridad yung substantial right ng ating mga sambayanang Pilipino to avail of this accountability mechanism. Pag sinabi po natin accountability, ibig sabihin lahat ng tao sa gobyerno, kapag nagkaroon ng allegations ng pagkakamali, dapat may pananagutan, dapat magpapaliwanag. And this impeachment process is exclusive for impeachable officials only, no? Kaya yung sinasabi po nilang violation of one-year ban rule, sinunod po natin ang decision ng Supreme Court. So I don't see anything wrong about the issue of violation of one-year ban rule sapagkat very much compliant po ang naging proceedings natin with respect to the 4 impeachment complaints on how the House referred it to the Justice Committee and how the Justice Committee addressed these 4 impeachment complaints initially to make a very big distinction between the proceeding between the Justice Committee and the Senate, no? Parang ano yan? Ito pong nasa Justice Committee, ang small proceeding. Yun pong malaking proceeding, yun po yung nasa Senado, no? Again, ang importante dito is what we do in the Justice Committee. It's not the name, it's not the label. And as a matter of fact, wala pa nga po tayong nauumpisahan na pagdinig dito sa Justice Committee because the first is scheduled for the hearing of the evidence of the parties, both the complainant and the respondent, will happen on April 14. Wala pa po. It should not be the label, it should not be the name. It should be the action of the Justice Committee that must be considered in judging whether we are encroaching upon the power that is exclusive to the Senate. Merong mandato sa atin ang rules of impeachment to determine the existence of probable cause.
Ayun.
Before we transmit this to the plenary and by the plenary to the Senate, no? Ang sabi ko nga in the past interviews, kung walang hearing proper, kung walang clarificatory hearing, if we will not issue subpoena, Doris, ano kaya ang magiging basehan ng justice members in determining the existence of probable cause? Hindi naman pwedeng manghula lang, di ba? You will remember, meron tayong mga prosesong napagdaanan na. One is form, second is substance, third is ground. Why do we need this hearing proper? Why do we need this clarificatory hearing? Because at the end of this hearing, which is akin to the preliminary investigation, as distinguished from the trial in the Senate, the justice members will vote. Ang pagbobotohan nila ay kung may probable cause ba o wala, because this will be the test on whether we will transmit this to the plenary and whether the plenary will upon its own deliberation will also transmit this to the Senate. Eh kung wala kami ganito na pagdinig, kung hindi namin titingnan ng ebidensya, kung hindi namin itetest at i-challenge yung allegations ng complaints, anong magiging basehan in determining probable cause? And more so, Doris, you will remember, ito yung hiniling nila. dun sa first impeachment during the 19th Congress, na-declare as a matter of fact na unconstitutional dahil hindi nabigyan ng pagkakataon ang respondent na sumagot. Dahil hindi na-examine ang mga ebidensya. Dahil hindi nabigyan ng pagkakataon ang mga members na aralin ang impeachment complaint. All these things are happening now in the Justice Committee. You remember, binigyan natin ng time to file answer ang Vice Presidente, no? And even when she refused to address in her answer, kasama sa sinapina natin ang COA, the Commission on Audit that will be with respect to the documents pertaining to the misuse, allegation of misuse ng confidential fund, no? We hope to hear also, sapagkat naririnig natin yung from the other camp na pending pa ito, so gusto din nating malaman ano na bang status nitong mga appeal with respect to the 73 million of the OVP of the DepEd at yung 500 million na naririnig din natin. Question na wala pa daw finality yung mga decision, no? So we will be asking about the status of these concerns with COA, and also nasabpina din natin ang NBI, that is with regards to their investigation about the alleged threat committed by the Vice President against the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker. We also subpoena the Ombudsman to bring the SALN of the Vice President, no? Even the head of archives of the Legislative Department of the House of Representatives. That is with respect to the records na prenesenta sa good government during the investigation of confidential fund of both the OVP and the DepEd. You will remember this during the 19th Congress, the one presided by Congressman Joel Chua. To the leadership at narinig ko naman si Sec. Gen. Cheloy Garafil na she will be complying and even the leadership is supportive of this. So long as ready na yung mga witnesses, daladala nila yung mga evidence na ni-require ng Justice Committee, we will be allowing them to present the evidence. And we will be allowing all the members to proceed to raising clarificatory questions, no? Raising clarificatory questions, meaning it will depend on the evidence which will be presented kung anong magiging tanong, kung ano pang malabo para sa mga justice members. And then kagaya ng napag-usapan natin, the lawyers of both parties, in fact, not only the lawyers of the respondents, even the lawyers of the complainants, may submit the questions which possibly will not be covered by the clarificatory questions of the justice members at pwede ko naman yung basahin for the witnesses or the resource persons to answer their questions. So this is also one way of providing due process to them. Kasi naririnig mo, kino-complain nila, hindi daw sila makaka-participate.
Yun
Again,
nga,
because
ma'am.
this is preliminary investigation. Itong ito ng proceeding ng Justice Committee, as we have been comparing it, is tantamount to a preliminary investigation. And we will remember, itong preliminary investigation na ito, ang may active participation talaga ay ang mga piskal. And in this case, the justice members are the prosecutors, no? They are testing whether based on the allegations of offenses and the evidence presented in support thereof, meron na bang sapat na probable cause, no? So, hindi po partisan dito, justice members. That's what I wanted to clarify.
Okay.
Hindi po, wala po kaming pinapanigan dito. We are impartial, we are independent. At least, this is the standard, no? We are supposed to be the prosecutors, the investigators, who will judge on the existence of probable cause, no? Kaya ito pong ginagawa naming pagsabpina, pagdinig, pagtatanong sa mga testigo, these are measures for us to determine, meron bang basihan ang impeachment complaint? May sapat bang probable cause? Tama ba na i-transmit ito sa plenaryo?
Ayun.
So, we are actually discharging a function of a prosecutor or an investigator. Kahit sa 14, kahit sa 22, kahit sa 29, they can come and submit their evidence. Kaya lang, sundin natin yung rules, no? The vice president must come para siya mismo principally yung nagsasubmit ng evidence. Otherwise, pwede siguro isubmit na lang ng mga lawyers. Pero yung participation doon sa deliberation, let us follow the rules. Ang nakalagay sa rules is should be the justice members, but in response to the requirement of due process which we have been amply following, sobra-sobra na nga ang aming pagsunod. Kahit ang nakalagay sa rules, justice members, inilala pa rin namin ang participation na hinihingi ng lawyers ng Vice President by allowing them to submit questions which we will be reading to the witness for them to answer. No?
Okay.
Isinama pa rin namin yan sa aming napagkasunduan na magiging guidelines namin in holding this hearing proper or clarificatory hearing.
All right.